Here is your update for our special city council meeting that we had tonight, September 26, 2023. It was a quick meeting. We were out in about 45 minutes. We just had a few items to cover that were very important. We had a quorum. All of our council members were there. For the mayor report, I mentioned that council met on Saturday, the 23rd at 11 o'clock, along with some residents, and we boarded an AISD school bus and took a tour around the city with Eddie Molinar, our public works director, looking at various roads and coming up with an idea of what we need to do to get these fixed. We also went by the yard to look at the equipment that's there and to discuss what needs to be fixed. After that, council met in city council chambers and we came up with a plan on how to start getting the roads fixed. There are a lot of roads. It's going to take time, but at least we have a priority list on what to do and a plan of action. This is going to be the council that is going to get things done. That's our goal, is to get things done. There's been enough talk in the past, and now it's time to actually take care of some things. Council has also been tasked with providing feedback for Chapter 23, which is regarding meetings and how we conduct the meetings and order of agenda and so forth. So council sending their feedback to the city secretary and city manager so that we can come up with an ordinance that is updated for the new council. For example, we are looking at the agenda, the order of the agenda. We want to make the meetings more time efficient. We are also still considering having time limits on presentations, city staff updates, and reports so that they are clear, concise, and to the point instead of just dragging on and on and on and saying the same things over and over and over. We want to be respectful of everyone's time. And of course, public comments are limited to 3 minutes. Now, yes, the city does have complicated and tough issues that it has to address. Those complicated and tough issues take multiple council meetings, not just one. It takes time to discuss and to work through these things, so the time limits should not affect those. Also, we're thinking about limiting the number of discussion items and how many discussion items each council member can put on the agenda so that we don't have one council member overloading the agenda with just their items. On the table, some residents have reached out to us and asked if we wanted an invocation. We are also discussing a moment of silence because we are a country that was founded on separation of church and state. And a moment of silence would address that issue for any religion and then also for those who may not be religious at all. So a moment of silence instead of an invocation may be a great idea. Also, there's been some discussion about adding in censoring or sanction council members who behave inappropriately, such as eye rolling, displays of non approval, leaving meetings as a display of non approval without an accepted reason, just basically getting up and walking out. Residents need to know how their council member is behaving. So those were some of the items that we were talking about there. We had a public hearing. No one was there to speak on the tax rate. We also had a public hearing about the budget. No one was there to speak on that. The consent agenda was to approve our letter of engagement with Gibson, Ruddock, and Patterson regarding annual audits. And the auditors are different, even though their supervisor may be the same year to year. So the approval of the tax rate, it was approved. The budget was approved. Both of these were roll call votes and they were unanimous. We also had our Parks Board chairperson there. They have worked tirelessly on an ordinance amending the Article 1 for the Code of Ordinances about city parks, event permitting processes, providing the establishment of up to a $500 penalty. This item was tabled at the motion made by Councilmember Darren Nance, who has served for a long time on this board, and he's now the city council representative for this board. So it was tabled. There's some more work that needs to be done on that. And then also we approved the resolution for fees as recommended by the Parks and Recreation Board, with recommendations on other items that they should add that they will work on and bring back to us as another resolution. And then we approved our fiscal year tax agreement with Brewster County. So they collect our taxes, they send us a check, they handle all of that so that we don't have to do that and have a whole department just for that purpose. So it makes it very efficient. Then that was it. That was the end of the meeting. I look forward to seeing you guys soon, hopefully at the next council meeting, which will be next Tuesday. Until then, bye.